Hello, good afternoon to everybody. My name is Wing Commander Srikanth, and I am presently Asia Pacific head in one of the IT companies in Hyderabad. And recently, I came across a peculiar type of service that is offered by Mr. Ganapati, whom you are seeing in the screen. Before I bring him in, I just wanted to tell you that the while we introduce the service, while introduce the company to you, I found this an extremely useful service for people who have their wealth locked up inside and unable to retrieve them. This is as a beneficiary of this service, I thought this should resonate to everybody, and with that in mind, I thought I should take this video. And interestingly, he has, while he has done this for the past 3 or 4 years and serviced the Indian community, he has recently launched it to the NRI community. And with this in mind, I bring in Mr. Ganapati. Hello, Mr. Ganapati.
Hi.
I would presently want you to introduce yourself, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. This is Ganapati Subramanian from Chennai. Throughout my career, I worked in mutual fund industry, worked with companies like Fidelity, JP Morgan, and last I was with Kotak Mahindra Mutual Fund as a South End. 2016 April, I started this business. What is this business all about is, before the year 2000, Indians used to invest in share certificates in physical mode only. At that time, DMAT never came into picture. What do I mean by DMAT is electronic form of keeping shares. So people used to have physical share certificates in hand before the year 2000. And 99% of the Indians have converted these physical shares to electronic form. But 1% of the people have still not converted into electronic form. This may look minuscule, but this is a big business. So what happens is, many of the people who possess these share certificates, physical form, they have migrated within India or moved outside India. And some of them have passed away, unfortunately. So what happens, people who have migrated within India or outside India, they have never changed their addresses with the respective companies. So these companies used to issue dividends every year. These dividends goes unclaimed. Unclaimed means this does not reach the hands of the investor, and hence the investor has not deposited the check in their respective bank accounts. So it has not got credited in their bank account. So what happens is, if you don't claim these dividends consecutively for a period of 7 years or more, not only these dividends, but the shares, per se the asset itself, gets moved to a department called IEPF, Investor Education and Protection Fund. This is a department which comes under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, that is a finance department of India. So what has happened is, many people unknowingly, they are not aware of the IEPF, and the companies have started moving their shares as well as dividends into this IEPF. So this has become a large volume of asset has got moved into this IEPF. So I found a vacuum there. One side is the investors, another side is company and IEPF, and there is nobody to bridge this gap. So I basically contact these investors either in India or outside India and help them to retrieve the shares as well as dividends from the respective companies and IEPF. This is what I do.
Your company name seems to be quite interesting. UHW Advisors, Unlocking Hidden Wealth. All right.
Yeah.
So, what are you trying to unlock? The shares that are deemed lost are which are from the client side that has been remained unclaimed. These are sudden wealth. You mean to say those investors have lost track of, which comes back?
Yeah. See, what I do is I get the database from the companies, okay, of unclaimed dividends, and I try to reach the investor. So when I try to reach the investor, some people may be available at that home where they, given that address 20, 25 years back. or some people might have moved, within India or outside India. So I try to reach out to them. That's how I contact the investors. Okay, so many of the investors, when I contact them, they have forgotten that they have invested in those shares, or their parents might have invested in those shares and they might have got deceased and they may not be even knowing about the background of these shares. But I have all the relevant details about these shares, and I'm in a position to help them to retrieve those shares.
So, Mr. Ganapati, in the first question, when I asked you to introduce yourself, you gave me a picture of the business model that you're doing. All right. So, to summarize for the audience who will listen to this particular interview in future, there are three things which I could understand. A share is in my name and it has not gone to IEPF, which is in paper format that you can retrieve, number one. A share is in my name. The dividends have gone to IEPF fund and that can be retrieved is number two.
Correct.
A share is in my father's name or grandfather's name or great-grandfather's name, and we have absolutely lost track of it. And you can help me recover that those shares which are in my ancestor's name to the next of kin.
Exactly.
So these are three types of services you're providing.
Yes.
Am I in line with what you are trying to tell?
Oh, yes. See, I can summarize it in this way. The two types of services, broadly, I can classify as people who are alive, people who are deceased, right? People who are alive, they may either have the share certificates with them and they might have moved to some other place and they might not be getting dividends at all. Second type, among the people who are alive, they have lost the share certificates and they don't know how to go and get the duplicate share certificate from the company. So I address both these customers, both these type of customers. That is, who has a share certificate, they don't know how to go about it in terms of getting dematted, and people who do not have the share certificate. Both I can get it done. Now, when I approach the NRIs per se, that's where we are interested. I have now serviced a client in UK, New Zealand, Canada, and US. Okay, all these investors, if you look at, they have a similarity in their, background. They do not even have a PAN card. Okay, so first step is getting a PAN card, because in India, if you have to open a bank account or demat account for shares, you need to have PAN card mandatorily. Okay, so I have got a PAN card for them. After getting the PAN card, I have opened NRO or NRE bank account and demat accounts for them. Then only we can go and approach the company for getting the shares. So I basically take care of the entire supply chain, right from A to Z, right from getting the PAN card to getting the share certificate from either the company or IEPF.
So I told you three categories, right?
Yeah.
Those three, I don't want to repeat for paucity of time.
Yeah.
How much time will you take from start to finish in each of the category?
Okay, for the person who is alive, okay, he has got the share certificate in hand, but unfortunately the shares has gone to IEPF. Maximum 4 months time, I can get the shares in this demat account. For the person who doesn't have a share certificate and it has gone to IEPF, maximum 6 months time.
Okay.
Not 2 months extra. For the person who is deceased, okay, to transfer the shares in the name of their legal heirs, there it takes a lot of time, because if the market value of the shares is more than rupees 2 lakhs in India, then you have to get something called succession certificate from the court, any court. Yes. Maybe it's a high court or a bench court. Okay, you have to get it, and after that only, proving your authenticity, you can approach the company or IEPF to get the shares retrieved. Getting a succession certificate from the court is literally a third party. We are depending on a third party where I do not have much, say. I don't have a control. So normally, if you look at it, takes a year, 1 year time to get a succession certificate from the court. After that, you keep 6 months time. I can get the shares from the IEPF of the company.
Okay. Even if a mobile is lost in India, there is a need to file a police complaint. But here it is a financial document. Is there a need for a police complaint? And
definitely, very good question. Yes, we need to apply for a FIR, and we need to also advertise in the newspaper. The companies will give their format. We need to apply, put up an advertisement in the newspaper for the lost shares. And there are a lot of steps involved in, you have to produce an affidavit, indemnity. Somebody has to guarantee, to that amount, equivalent amount of the market value of the share. Everything will be taken care by UHW advisors.
So how do you expect an NRI to do this sitting there outside? You
No,
will.
I will be doing it here. I will
So
be doing everything from India.
So as an NRI, we are going to give you a lot of information: my PAN card, the bank account statement, my share certificate, my legal hires. How safe is my information with you?
One thing, see, today if you look at India has become a totally a digital country. Everything is digitalized, right? From PAN card, Aadhaar card, and bank account, Demat account. Everything is done online now. Okay, everything is safe. Nobody can siphon off your money from your bank account or shares from your Demat account unless until you provide the login and password to them. Okay, and I have already provided a good service, and I've got the shares retrieved for my client in UK, New Zealand, and Canada, as well as US. So I can provide the references. You can talk to them, and once the NRI feels comfortable that okay, this is a good guy, and I'm comfortable with this guy in terms of providing all my sensitive details, then you can go ahead.
So you mean to say you've been doing this business for about 3 years now and serviced about 40 odd clients in India
Yeah,
and four clients abroad.
correct. And apart from that, now I have a channel partner in USA. Her name is Alka Gupta. She is based out of New Jersey. Okay, and she is there to handhold this NRI clients. Now,
You actually stole my question actually, because an NRI sitting 15,000 kilometers away, there are so many scams from Nigeria and from India itself,
correct.
which happens. What is the trust level that I have that you bring? How do I believe you? Is one question which I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I think I have
Now
jumped
you
the
may
question.
that's all right. Now you have a channel partner in US in New Jersey. The
Yeah,
name you said is Alka Gupta,
Alka Gupta, correct.
and
So she is
an
there
NRI who
to,
needs service can get in touch with her. She will connect
yes,
you.
yes.
Connect.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He can speak to Alka Gupta so that the comfort comes in. Okay. She can provide
okay.
all the necessary details, and she can handhold you, and then she will hand over the relationship to me. From there, I take care of the client and do all the paperwork from India.
So, would you want to give the contact number of Alka Gupta, and you have a website for us to refer?
Yeah,
Type of
I'll be
service.
very happy to provide Alka Gupta's number. Her number is 15107898708, and our website address is www.hwadvisors.com.
Okay.
And
All right.
I can provide Alka Gupta's email ID also, alkagupta1623@gmail.com.
Gmail.com. Okay. We'll also the the information is also available in the screen, right? The same number.
Yeah,
That's one.
yes.
Done. So what do you, if an NRI has to sign up with you, is there a deal that gets signed, or what do we do with you? How do we start?
Yeah, UHW advisors enter into an agreement with the client. Basically, it talks about the nature of the work, what are the shares involved, and what will be my service charges,
Okay.
explaining all the details.
Okay.
Yeah, my service charge is purely a success fee. It depends upon the nature of the work involved.
What defines success fee, please? What is success fee?
Once the client gets the share certificates in hand, he can pay the service charge to the UHW advisors.
So there is no upfront or intermediate payment. So once
Yes.
work is over, you will charge.
Yes.
There is no payment in between.
Yeah.
I want you to repeat that.
Yeah, UHW advisors do not take any advance, or we do not take fees midway. Once the client gets the share certificates in his or her hand, they can pay the service charges to us.
I'm really happy to see this service coming up, and similar to the service resonating to what you actually deliver. Um, UHW is actually unlocking hidden wealth. My wealth, which is long lost, you are trying to recover it for me. Um, um, so to gain some trust, if we get in touch with Alka Gupta, she would be able to give us some references where we can speak to you to whom you have signed deals.
Oh yes, we'll be very happy to share the references with you.
Thank you. Would you want to say anything else, Mr. Ganapati?
Yeah, see, one thing, as I said earlier, there is a huge amount of wealth in terms of shares as well as dividends, which has been locked up with companies and IEPF. This is yours or your parents' hard earned money. Please put this hard earned money into good use. Thank you.
Thank you.